What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video, and today's reaction was the winner of one of our Patreon polls for our Herdmas Christmas reactions. The winner was Voiceplay's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, and I'm super excited to get into this one because it seems to be a fairly early Voiceplay one. Like, I'm checking the description here, 5 years ago, so it's not that old actually. It's only 5 years ago, but we have Earl, we have Jay Nunn, so it is an earlier stage of Voiceplay. Jeff's hair's a bit shorter as well, which he always looks cute when his hair's a bit shorter, so super excited for that. But I am loving it because there has been so much of Voiceplay on the channel so far during Christmas because I've been putting up a bunch of my old reactions. Today there will be 2 new reactions because it'll be both different poll winners. So we're doing Voiceplay followed by Home Free. So that Home Free will be coming up directly after this one. So check that reaction out as well. But yeah, I am loving that we're getting so much Voiceplay through our Christmas reactions. But we are going to get into this. As always, check out your original video, link down below. Give the original a like and a comment and subscribe to Voiceplay because they deserve it. And we're going to get into this. This is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Voiceplay. Let's go. They came straight in on that. The first second you hit play, there's vocals. But I love the thing that they do here where it starts off with just a couple of, like, I'm not sure, I can't pick out whose voice it is. I think it's Earl and maybe Ellie, or Earl and Jay Nunn, that start off doing the high ooze. But then there's just this moment where it shifts and a whole bunch more voices come in with the ooze. And it's like this snap to this fuller feeling. And then they had Jeff come in with the bassy stuff as well. But it's that kind of this da da ba moment that Voiceplay do it occasionally, and they do it so well.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
Yo, I was not ready for full-on doo-wop type vibes to this one. I don't know the original song that well, like I know of it, but I've heard it done very kind of slow and sweet. I wasn't expecting this kind of, all right, let's go vibe to it. I am absolutely loving that. And y'all, Jay Nunn is already coming in with the runs, those smooth vocal runs that he does so well. Just so clear in this one, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away.
Yo, how smoothly they passed that. They handed that off from Jay Nunn to Ellie. That Jay Nunn finished singing one word and Ellie picked it up for the next verse. It was such a beautifully smooth vocal transition. And I love that literally both Jay Nunn and Ellie in their parts have had me squeaking. Like actual moments of whoop, because like of the vocals they are hitting. I love when Ellie hits that particular sound that he does with his voice where it's like a rocky kind of tone. Like not rocky, but like a rock type sound to his voice. Like he has that kind of that he pushes into that's just so good. But I like it's just so impressive the way they put this one together with it still having this kind of fun vibe, but it just being absolutely serving vocals in the biggest way.
Be miles away, miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us.
again, now we're moving on to Jeff. They didn't do it with Jeff. They've done it the same way each time that someone finishes their section and it just so smoothly moves on to the next person. With Jeff, you notice it more because my man slipped into the bass. But even what I've come back heaps far. We're gonna go through Earl's whole section again because I wanted to like point out this one thing, but I didn't want to pause right away. The fact that I feel like, I want to rewatch it to make sure, but I feel like the camera cut stays on Ellie as Earl's singing his first note to just kind of like that, like I said, that smoothness of that transition where it's like one person, yeah, they've stopped singing, it hands off to the next person so smoothly. I feel like it's such an intentional choice that even as Earl, I think, is singing his first note or singing his first word, even the camera's still on Ellie for a second because it's like the transition happening.
Here we are as in olden days.
So I was actually wrong with it. That's how good and smooth the transition was. It's that Earl has come in singing with Ellie in that part, and it does, once it switches to just being Earl on his own, it does cut to him. But I thought that it stayed on Ellie for a second, but it didn't.
Happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Yes.
Whoa.
Through the years we'll always be together. If the fates allow.
Hang a shining star up on the highest bough.
The way that Earl came off that note there, the way he held it, and then that little at the end was just so nice.
And have yourself a Merry Christmas. Now Christmas. Now.
I absolutely adore the fact that like he didn't get his own little verse or little section, but at that last now, we got a little Lane now section. Like he was singing back up the whole way through, but I just love any time that man gets his little section. And I reacted to one of his version of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and it just made my soul so happy seeing him and like his whole family singing a song. But yeah, just that little Lane moment in there just makes me happy. And then we just finish with that Jeff rumble as the only thing you can focus on.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
This one is just such a perfect example of how good Voiceplay are at sharing the spotlight with each other. Like how smoothly they passed off verse to verse to verse from one person to the next effortlessly with just no trouble whatsoever. And everyone got their moment in the spotlight. Everyone's vocals were mind-blowingly good. Like the runs that were coming from Jay Nunn, Ellie, Earl, Jeff's bass, the fact that Lane was just backing them up the whole time and then got his little now moment at the end. Everything about this was so well put together by the boys. They absolutely freaking knocked that out of the park. But yo, like I said, this isn't necessarily one of my go-to Christmas carols. This isn't one of the ones that I look for when I'm setting up a Christmas playlist. It is now. The voice play version's going on there because this isn't going to be like, I don't listen to this one and see it as a sad kind of like, like it just like it's not sad, but like the other ones kind of just like, yeah, very pretty vocals, but they kind of drag on. This one had this kind of funky vibe to it that had me moving and this like doo-wop feel that I freaking loved. And that's the skill of a voice play arrangement. I want to know who arranged this one, actually. I'm going to look at the description here and see if they used to put the arrangement. Yep. I should have known. Jeff Castellucci arrangement. The man never does me dirty. He never does me wrong. Every single time it's a Jeff song, I'm like, yep, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. This was absolutely fire. They knocked this out of the park. Guys, as I said at the beginning, go in the link in the description below, give the original video a like and a comment, and subscribe to Voiceplay if you haven't already, because they are amazing. Also, leave me a like and a comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. It all helps out with the algorithm so much. I can't even begin to tell you. And check me out over on Patreon. It is the support of my incredible Patreons that lets me keep doing this on YouTube. So thank you so much to all my Patreons. But over there, I do weekly polls for the reactions that are here on the channel. You get access to the Discord with the amazing Herd members. I also do weekly TV show reactions. And hey, I've just stepped them up to 3 TV show reactions a week at the moment, which will be going all the way through into January, because we are now doing a Christmas song, which will eventually become reactions to Agatha All Along once we move through Christmas time and I start the next TV show. I'm doing Supernatural, which we're up to season 2. We've already done all of season 1. They're up there for you to watch. So we're up to season 2 of Supernatural. And I've just started posting my reactions to Sense8 season 2, because season 1 is also already up on the Patreon for you to watch, and we're working our way through season 2. So check that out over on the Patreon. I also do a monthly movie reaction. Obviously, this month we're doing a Christmas song. I do a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. Not to mention that in like a couple of days time / less than a week, we are having our Herd Christmas party, which is a 12-hour stream of me watching Christmas movies, checking out Christmas songs. You can pop in and pop out whenever you want to and see some reactions, say hi to the Herd. Everyone from the $1 tier all the way up to the $50 tier has access to it. It will be an absolute blast. So check that out over on my Patreon. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have a fantastic day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.